Hi everyone, good morning to all of you. Welcome to UN Digital class. Today we are going to discuss a new subject, that is human resource management, and relating to this subject we are going to discuss basic concept of human resource management, nature and scope of human resource management, objectives and functions of human resource management. So listen carefully. What is human resource management? Human resource management is concerned with the people's dimension in the organization. It facilitates the competencies and retention of a skilled force. It also develops management systems that promote commitment, developing practices that foster teamwork, making employees feel valued and rewarded. So in today's scenario, in every organization or in company, human resource management is an effective tool. So this is one type of a strategic approach used in an organization or in company for effective management of people and for achievement of certain objectives. And in competitive scenario, human resource management is basically ensured. It is one of the basic technique used to assess the employee's performance in an organization for the achievement of employer's objectives. So basically, organization used the human resource management technique for effective utilization of people for common achievement of objectives or goal, and by implementing this technique, utilizing that technique, the employees are motivated by providing different types of skill training or assessing the performance appraisal or whatever the human resource management techniques are there that is implemented by the organization, and employees by following that techniques and methods to do more and to earn more, and that will benefit the organization in today's scenario for achievement of competitive advantages. There is certain definitions given to human resource management. The first one is human resource management refers to acquisition, retention, motivation, maintenance of a human resource in an organization. So if organization acquire the human resource for meeting the requirement of the organization or retain the employees for a common achievement of objectives and motivate the employees and maintenance of the human resource in an organization, then we can say that that is proper management of human resource management, or that is a proper management of a human resource. Another one is human resource management is the planning, organizing, directing and controlling of the procurement, development, compensation, integration, maintenance and separation of a human resource to the end that individual, organizational and social objectives are accomplished. So we can also say that human resource management is also one type of a planning. That means we plan how much employees are required, and based upon that we can make a comparison based upon demand and supply, and after the employees are acquired we must have to be organized. That means recruit the employees in the right position so that they can do the right work. We must have to direct the employees, or the organization or the managers of an organization direct the employees or give instruction to do different types of works according to their position or responsibility, or controlling of the human resource for development and for maintenance and separation, so that at the end the individual objectives can be achieved, the organizational goal or objectives can be achieved, and the social goal or objectives can be achieved. Then we can discuss the evolution of HRM. The early part of the century saw a concern for improved efficiency through careful design of work, but during the middle part of the century emphasis shifted to the employees' productivity. So recent decades have focused on increased concern for the quality of working life, total quality management and workers' participation in management, and these three phases may be termed as welfare, development and empowerment. So if we will go to concentrate on the early part of the century, then in that case every organization or a company, they implement or they design or carefully design of a work ensures the achievement of organizational objectives, or organization can achieve its objectives only if there is careful design of work. But in today's scenario that is not implemented. The careful design of work can be made only if the employees are motivated to do properly or to do their work properly. So in today's scenario or in today's competitive scenario, the organization emphasizes the employees' productivity, and employees' productivity can be increased only if there is better working life or total quality management, or there is performance appraisal technique has been implemented in organization, and workers participation must also ensures that there is a good environment in the organization, or there is a good working condition, and employees productivity or workers productivity can be increased. And for that human resource management technique is essential, and different technique or methods have been implemented towards the employees performance, so that employees can motivated to do work, or there is a competitive advantages. And these phases are considered or termed as welfare, development and empowerment of people in the organization for achievement of a goal and objectives. Then we can discuss the nature and characteristics of a human resource management. Human resource management is a process of bringing people and organization together so that the goal of each are met. That means recruiting the people or acquiring the people for the organization, and recruit that people in right position so that the employees are motivated to do work properly and organization goal or objectives can be achieved. When employees objectives and organization goal or objectives achieved, in that case there is a combination of a group achievement objectives, and that process is called as human resource management. There are various features of human resource management, that is, it is pervasive in nature as it is present in all enterprise. That means pervasive means it is very vast. We can implement the human resource management technique or methods in every type of organization. In today's scenario, all type of a competitive organization or similar organization, they are recruit or they implement the human resource management techniques or methods. So that's why it is called as very pervasive or very vast in nature. The second one is its focus is on a result rather than on rules. So in today's scenario, human resource management is focused on results, what the employees achieved, that the management ensure at the end of a particular period or at the achievement of a certain goal or objectives. So the result is given more focus rather than the work or the rules and regulations. It tries to help the employees to develop the potential fully. Human resource management technique basically implemented in the organization to achieve employees productivity. So that is one of the basic essential part. Then it encourages employees to give their best to the organization. That means when employees are recruited in the organization, they always try to give their hard effort, they try to give their best effort to the organization. It is all about people at work, both at individual as well as group. Whether it is at individual level or at group level, it always takes into consideration the people must work. Then it tries to put people on assigned job in order to produce good results. So human resource management always assign the people or recruit the people in the right position so that the employees are motivated to do more work or to produce better results for the achievement of objectives. Next, it helps an organization meet its goal in the future by providing competitive and well motivated employees. So always, if organization wants to achieve the goal and objectives, in that case the competitive person and well motivated person must have to be recruited in the right job so that they will be provide better results. Then it tries to build and maintain cordial relation between people working at various level in the organization. Human resource management always try to bring the people in cordial relation with each other so that they try to work in various levels by making proper relation with each other in the organization. It is a multidisciplinary activity utilizing knowledge and inputs drawn from psychology, economics, etc. So human resource management is one type of a multidisciplinary activity. By utilizing the knowledge and inputs of the people are motivated to work more and an organization can gain more. Next, we are focused on the scope of human resource management. Basically, if we will go on to the scope of human resource management, we can say that the scope is very vast. It covers all the major activities working life in an organization. From time to time, an individual enters into an organization until he or she leaves, comes under the purview of human resource management. When employee enters into the organization till retirement of the organization, that is covers all the activities of human resource management. So the scope of human resource management is covered into basically three aspects. One is personnel aspect, second one is welfare aspect, the third one is industrial relation aspect. So first we come to personnel aspect. So this is concerned with the manpower planning, recruitment, selection, placement, transfer, promotion, training, development, retraining, layoff, remuneration, incentive and productivity. What are the activities covers or what are the activities related to the personnel or the employees in an organization, that is coming under the personnel aspect. So human resource management takes into consideration various personnel related aspects, that is recruitment, that is selection, training, motivation, placement, transfer, promotion, everything that coming under the personnel aspect of human resource management. Then the second one is welfare aspect. It deals with working condition and amenities such as canteen, rest and lunch room, housing, transport, medical assistance, education, health and safety, recreational facilities. So these are coming under the welfare aspect, that means for the better development or better service of the employees working in an organization, and that includes better working condition. When working condition in an organization is very good, in that case employees they feel secure to do work in a better way, and other facilities such as canteen facilities, education facilities to the children of the employees worked in an organization, lunch room facilities, housing facilities, medical facilities, recreational facilities, health and safety hazards during the time of work. Every type of amenities and facilities when it is provided, that ensures that welfare is very good and a organization provides better results for the achievement of objectives. Then the third one is industrial relation aspect. This covers union management relation, joint consultation, collective bargaining, grievances, disciplinary procedure, settlement of a dispute. So various aspects relating to industrial relation that coming under the union management relation, joint consultation, collective bargaining, labor union relation, then grievances, any type of disciplinary procedures or settlement of a dispute, that ensures the industrial relation aspect. So the scope of human resource management is very wide. If we cover into the various aspects, then it can be said that the personnel, nature, employees, hiring, employees and exclusive remuneration, motivation, maintenance, everything that cover under the scope of human resource management. But sum totally that is divided into three aspects. One is personnel aspect, second one is welfare aspect, the third one is industrial relation aspect. Then the next one is human resource management, the beliefs. The human resource management philosophy is based on the certain beliefs. That means it is the most important asset in the organization and can be developed and increased to an unlimited extent. So if you will take into consideration the beliefs of HRM, so first one is it is one of the important asset for the organization, and this can be developed and increased to an unlimited extent. What the organization thinks, that can also be developed only if there is better human resource management in an organization. The second one is a healthy climate with values of openness, enthusiasm, trust, mutuality and collaboration is essential for developing human resource. So human resource can be developed only when there is openness, there is sharing of information or communication when it is made freely. In that case the human resource can be motivated, and there is great enthusiasm and trust or confidence among the organization as well as the employees, and there is a better collaboration or cooperation of employees at a different level, so that when it can be made, we can say that there is a great value of human resource or better management of a human resource or development of a human resource. The next one is human resource can be planned and monitored in ways that are beneficial both to the individual as well as the organization. So it can be managed or it can be planned and it can be monitored in such a way or in a better way, so that individuals can be worked more or they are motivated to do more, and the organization also can be benefited in a great extent. Employees feel committed to do their work, and the organization, if the organization perpetuates a feeling of belongingness. So when there is a belongingness of employees and organization, in that case the employees they feel committed to do work in a better way or produce more output or provide good results to the organization. Employees feel highly motivated if the organization provides satisfaction of their basic and higher level needs. So what the employees expect, if the basic needs of the employees can be satisfied by the organization, in that case the employees will be highly motivated to provide more to the organization. Employees' commitment is increased with the opportunity to discover and use one's capabilities and potential in one's work. So in every cases organization must have to think that what the designation or the responsibility of the employee, and after proper analysis, the employees are to be recruited in proper position, so that the employees feel that this is my responsibility and I have assigned in properly in particular responsibility. So I will be provided more work or provided better result, and in that case employees commitment will be increased, and that can be increased only when the organization thinks that employees capability and potentiality on the work condition. Then the next one is, it is every manager's responsibility to ensure development and utilization of a capability of a subordinates. So every organization must have to think that manager responsibility must ensure better development and proper utilization of capabilities of the subordinates in an organization. Next, we are going to discuss the objectives of a HRM. First one is to help the organization to reach its goal. Always human resource management help the organization for the achievement of objectives. The second one is to ensure effective utilization and maximum development of human resource. Always organization ensures the employees or recruit the employees for effective utilization, and there is a effective utilization of a human resource, and there is maximum development of a human resource in an organization. The next one is to ensure respect of human beings. As the human beings are employed or recruited in the organization must think that they are one type of asset for them. So in that case, organization or the employer in an organization must have to give certain respect or due respect to the human beings, and to identify and to satisfy the needs of the employees or the individuals. Then to ensure reconciliation of individual goals with the organization. In every cases, organization goal with employees attention or employees achievement or employees contribution must have to matched properly. Then to achieve and maintain high morale among the employees, organization must have to think that there is a greater maintenance of morality among the employees in an organization. Then to provide the organization with well trained and well motivated employees. In every cases, organization must have to think that right person must have to be recruited in right job, so that they will be well trained and well motivated to provide better results for the organization. Next, to increase to the fullest the employee's job satisfaction and self actualization. In every cases, organization must have to think that employee satisfaction must be achieved and there must be a self actualization. Then to develop and maintain a quality of work life. In every cases, organization must have think that there is a better working condition and working life, and that must have to be maintained good quality. To be ethically and socially responsible to the needs of the society. Human resource management always thinks into consideration the needs of the society, and according to the needs of the society, the employees will be do that type of work, so that the society objectives can be or the needs can be fulfilled, and there must be ethical and social responsiveness. Then to develop overall personality of each and every employee in its multidimensional aspect. So from different point of view, employees achievement or personality of each employee can be developed. Then human resource management also enhance employees capability to perform in a present job. What the employees are recruited in their present scenario or present position, according to their capability, they must have to perform it in a proper way, so that the employees capability can be enhanced. Then to equip the employees with precision and clarity in a transaction of a business. In all type of a transaction in the business, the employees must have to be equipped with good precision. Then to inculcate the sense of team spirit, teamwork and inter-team collaboration. So there must be a team spirit and a teamwork in an organization, otherwise organization objectives cannot be achieved. There are certain functions of human resource management. In order to achieve the objectives of human resource management, it takes into consideration certain activities. First one is human resource or manpower planning. There must be proper planning of human resource based upon the demand and supply. What the organization wants and what are the employees are applied for that job, that must have been planned before recruitment or before selection and training of the employees. Then recruitment, selection and placement. There is another aspect. After estimating the demand and supply relationship, there must be recruitment, there must be selection and training of employees or placement of employees. Then after that, there must be training and development of each and every employees recruited or selected or placed in an organization. Then appraisal of performance of employees, performance appraisal that must have been made in every organization, and that is one of the most important aspect of human resource management. Then taking corrective steps such as a transfer from one job to another. when employees performance can be improved, organization think that there must be transfer or promotion, and in that case transfer or promotion must have been made from one job to another or from one position to another position. Then remuneration of employees, that must have been designed properly and that must have been implemented properly by human resource management. Social security and welfare of employees, that is one of the most important aspect in present scenario for every organization. Employees must have to get proper security and there must be proper welfare development. Setting general and specific management policies and organizational relationship. The rules, regulation, procedure must have been implemented. Collective bargaining, contract negotiation and grievance handling, that is another aspect of human resource management. Staffing the organization, recruit the right person in the right job. Then aiding in the self-development of employees at all levels, whether may be top level or middle level or lower level, they must have been aided and there must be self-development of all employees. Developing and maintaining motivation of workers by providing incentive. If the organization will provide good incentive, better working condition, then there must be better development and maintenance and motivation of workers. Reviewing and auditing manpower management. In every cases, human resource management review the manpower management and audit that for the organization achievement of objectives. There must be potential appraisal, feedback counseling and must be made in every cases or after completion of a particular job or a procedure. Then role analysis of a job occupants. What is the position or the role that must have been analyzed for each and every employee. Job rotation, employees must have been rotated from different position in every time interval. Then quality circles, organization development and quality working life, that must have been ensured by the human resource management. There are certain aspects or the factors that influence in present scenario for human resource management. What are that major influencing factor? One is size of workforce. When the organization is very big, in that case it is very difficult task for present scenario of human resource management to recruit the person and to assess the demand and supply position in an organization. Then raising employees expectation. In every cases employees expect more, and in that case if that will not be satisfied or that will not be fulfilled by the management, in that case the employees will not be motivated properly and they will not provide better service to the organization. So that is one of the major influencing factor or challenges in the present scenario to fulfill the expectation of each and every employee. Then drastic change in technology as well as life cycle changes. In present scenario the technology changes drastically every day or every moment, so it is very difficult to adopt the new technology or latest technology for the organization development. That is another challenge for the organization or a human resource management. Composition of a workforce, new skill required. So when there is composition of a workforce, in that case new skill must have to require, and in that case organization have to face that type of a problem, which is another challenges. Environment challenges, different types of environmental challenges have to be faced in the organization that relate to the better working life or safety hazards or anything, employees motivational skills, technology, everything that must have been fulfilled, but that is not fulfilled in all cases. So that's why it is one of the major challenge. Lean and mean organization is also one challenge. Downsizing and right sizing of the organization. In certain cases if certain problem will arise, organization must have to downsize the or an employees level or right sizing the employees position. So there may be chances of losing the job for certain employees. That's why in that case that is another challenges. Culture prevailing the organization. Certain cultures also taken into consideration for assessing the employees performance. So what is the futuristic vision of human resource management? There should be properly defined recruitment policy in the organization which gives a focus of the professional aspect. Then second one is in every decision making process there should be proper weightage to the aspect of employees are involved wherever possible. Opportunity and a comprehensive framework should be provided for full expression of employees' talent and manifest potentiality, and a networking of a skill of the organization should have been developed internally as well as externally for better development of employees. For performance appraisal, the employees' emphasis should be given. 360-degree performance appraisal should have been made at a superior levels, peers, subordinates as well as self-review. Then 360-degree feedback will be taken into consideration and increased focus on customer service, creating highly involved workforce. then more emphasis should be given to the TQM, total quality management, and that will cover all employees at all levels which conform to the customer needs and expectation. That should be focused on job rotation, so that the vision and the knowledge of employees should be broadened as well as potentiality also increased. Proper utilization of manpower in the organization to the concept of a Six Sigma for improving the productivity should be emerged in human resource management strategy. The capacity of employees should be assessed through potential appraisal, and the career of employees should be planned in such a way so that individualizing process and socializing process come together for fusion process and career planning. Finally, we can conclude that human resource management should be linked with the strategic goal and objectives to improve business performance and develop organization culture for foster innovation and a better flexibility. All the above futuristic vision can be coupled with the strategic goals and objectives, which is based on 3 H, that is heart, head and hand. That means we can say that heart should feel by heart, think by head and implement by hand. If we should feel by heart and think by head and implement by hand, in that case there is better management of a human resource and there is greater development of a organization goal and achievement of objectives to certain extent. So this is our today's discussion relating to the basic concept of human resource management. In our next class we will discuss different techniques or the methods of a human resource management. So thank you all, have a good day.